Every year on the first weekend in March, at the annual pilgrimage to Selma, tens of thousands gather together to celebrate Bloody Sunday, the Selma March, and the passage of the Voting Rights Act. And every year, we look back at the events leading up to the Selma March more than 50 years ago. Selma and the Alabama Black Belt were the battlegrounds for the voting rights movement that started when Alabamians took a stand, fighting peacefully for the right to vote. Bloody Sunday was labeled as such when a group of more than 500 African-American demonstrators gathered at Brown's Chapel to demand the right to vote and were met by more than 50 state troopers and a few dozen men on horseback while trying to cross the Edmund Pettus Bridge. Refusing to turn back, many demonstrators were brutally beaten. The attack was broadcast on national television and caught the attention of the entire nation, immediately becoming a symbol of brutal racism still pervasive in the South. Bloody Sunday prompted the celebrated journey for suffrage 2 weeks later when the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. and 3,200 civil rights protesters marched 49 miles from Selma to the state capital, Montgomery. Both events ultimately resulted in the passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. For over a decade now, the Bridge Crossing Jubilee has attracted people from all walks of life to hear personal stories from surviving freedom fighters and to walk hand in hand with history makers who are willing to put their lives on the line for the right to have their voices heard in the country that they helped build. We invite you to tell us your story. Were you in Selma 53 years ago, or even more recently? Please post a comment so that we may hear how Selma has affected you. And thank you for watching.
Created using Powtoon.